So go ahead, lay back and find your mat. And if you want, we'll do a couple of just shoulder stretches, but so I like to use a towel just because I can't quite join my hand behind my back. So if you want a little hand towel or sock or anything, that's fine. And if not, you don't have to join your hands. So go ahead and lay back and just kind of feel the floor in that big X position. We're going to do a little mixture today of just some anatomical approaches, some leg strengthening. MP, you might have had a couple of these exercises on Friday. Just kind of feel the floor for a second. You can close your eyes and settle in. Let the tension release in the body, melting away into the floor on every exhale. Big, deep breaths. One thing I like about these Zoom classes is there's really, aside from your personal distractions, it's kind of like we're in our own little world here. Still united and doing class together, but you have time to focus inward. Really just take this time for you. Settle the mind, let any thoughts kind of drift away. Just focus in on the body and the breath for this next hour. Draw the heels in, lifting the knees to the ceiling. You can open your eyes or keep them closed, up to you. Just feel the shift of the pelvis that occurs. So the weight has slightly shifted towards the shoulder blades. And just gently drop the knees side to side, little sways, and you can start very softly so you don't have to go to your extreme yet. And just kind of swaying the knees back and forth. And take your mind's eye and think about the shifting that's occurring through the pelvis. And think about the stretching that's occurring in the different hip sockets. So a little bit of stretch through the oblique on the opposite side. Maybe the hip flexor in the front of the hip. Maybe a little stretch of the lower spine. And each time you come through center, try to draw the knees back with the belly only. So you're engaging in the core, flattening out the lower spine. And then I'm letting my knees shift side to side, almost like I'm cresting on the top of a wave through center. And you can increase this stretch as you keep going, letting your knees fall. Just come back to center. Release the right leg to the ceiling. You can keep it straight or bent as needed. Just give it a little rotation, internal, external in the hip socket. So I'm flexing the foot. You can keep it relaxed or pointed, whatever feels good. Just kind of waking up the sensations of the body right now. And I'm twisting the leg in and out. And feeling what that does deep within the hip socket and hip rotation. So I'm kicking in the rotators in the back of the leg and the hamstring. Just kind of warming those up for a second. And then from there, take that right leg and cross over the left. Take it into a gentle spinal twist, letting the knees fall to the left, opening up through the spine. Trying to keep that right shoulder blade on the floor. It might not be on the floor, and that's okay. It's just a guided initiation. Open the palm to the ceiling. So stretching through the fingertips. Take 3 deep inhales and exhales, and on every exhale, let those knees sink a little further. Imagine the weight of the shoulder blade drawing you back through center. So take this nice and slow. Taking the belly in, flattening out the lower spine, similar to what we did in the beginning. Feel the shift of weight back onto the pelvis. Release the leg up, give it a little shake, shake out the muscles, and then replace down. And again, left side coming up to the ceiling. You can stretch the knee or not, and take little internal, external rotations in the hip. Your belly is lightly engaged, so you're not muscling anything too much. And just kind of playing around with that hip socket, femur head dropping back into the pelvis. Feeling the extremity of the external and internal rotation. And maybe you might notice it's a little different from the first side. So you might have less mobility here or more, depending on what you're working with. Really just kind of opening up the hip and closing the hip. Warming up the backs of the legs, those tiny little muscles right underneath the glute. And then from here, crossing gently over to the right side, letting the weight of the pelvis and knees take your body into a spinal twist. Reaching that left shoulder blade down. So take the shoulder away from the earlobe and open up the palm to the ceiling. And settle into 3 deep breaths. Each exhale sinking you deeper into your twist. And again, drawing through the belly. Weight comes down through the left shoulder blade first, drawing back through center, almost like your legs got super heavy. Engaging in the groin, keep the cross of the legs. And as you shift back through center, release that leg to the ceiling, give it a little shake, and then drop it back down. You can keep your knees up to the ceiling for now. We're just going to take some arm movements. So drawing low on the diagonal, your palms will face the ceiling. It's almost like I'm going to make a snow angel. So I want to lengthen my fingertips down towards the low diagonal, opening up through the front of the shoulders. Slide the arms up, so really gentle through the torso. No, not really a lot of muscle action happening. Up to the high diagonal, your arms are going to slide. From here, slide the scapula down the back, and from that action, allow the elbows to bend, and then draw towards the low diagonal again. So you're really starting to waken up the back space. Slide the arms again. We'll just take this action on your own timing a couple times. Onto the high diagonal. Slide the scapula first down the back. Allow the elbows to bend. And back to the low diagonal. Take it 2 more times. So sliding up through space. And then engage the scapula. Draw the elbows towards the torso. Back down to the low diagonal, and last time sliding up on the diagonal, and slide the scapula down, waking up the shoulder joints. From here, on the low diagonal, palms flip towards the floor. Draw the fingertips down towards the feet. Arms come up to the ceiling. So similar action, allowing the arms to float up and over the top of the head. If you can reach the floor, that's great. If not, go to where you can. Similar action, Slide the scapula down the back, come up into puppet arms, and then we're gonna take all the way down again. So you're really just activating the shoulders. And again, slide the fingertips down towards the feet, towards the ceiling, all the way up. Top of the head, draw the scapula down, engage the arm socket, and all the way down. Now from here, we're gonna take a little upwards curl. So upwards curl first, sliding the fingertips towards the feet. Keep it there. Once the arms reach the sky, allow the torso to fall back towards the floor. Engage scapula down, reach fingertips to sky and pressing down. Again, reaching torso up, fingertips towards feet, and opening torso back towards head and slide scapula down, fingertips to sky. One more time, just like that. Reaching, lifting, fingertips, lowering, up, scapula down, draw the shoulders, and you're done. Good. Last thing, so arms come into like a big beach ball position. From here, you're gonna sway back and forth, so a little spinal twist again. I'm gonna sway to my right-hand side. So feel the pelvis anchoring down into the floor. You don't wanna reach and like tip your pelvis. You wanna pull this oppositionally down, reaching through the left fingertips. So my arms are gonna reach towards the side and just feel that position. So I'm really stretching through that back scapula and lengthening long through the left top arm. And just hold that for a second. Feel that anchoring again down through the pelvis, but reaching oppositionally through that top arm. And then drawing through the center, come back. Big beach ball arms, rounded, and sway to the other side. Anchoring through the pelvis, reaching through that top arm. Feel oppositional spiral of the body. This is really opening up the back scapula area. Almost like a weighted stretch in the arm socket. And then anchoring down in that opposite pelvis. And come back through center again. And take that one more time. So over to the right hand side. Left arm lengthen. Reach. Drop back through center. Big round arms over to the left. And reach. Anchor pelvis. Coming back through center. And arms. And lower down. Good. We'll take that whole sequence in like ones. So what we're going to have is we're going to have palms flip open. Opening up on the high diagonal reach. Elbows, scapula engage, draw down through center, flip the palms, and then we'll have torso reach, arms, open high, scapula down, draw the arms, and actually from here, this is where we curl our arms. We'll go right and reach, coming back through center, and right hand top, reach, and back through center, and then the arms will lower. Okay, so we'll just take that sequence a couple times, and here we go. We'll go reaching up, snow angel, slide the scapula down, bend the elbows, flip the palms, and torso to the sky, open, and down. Scapula, slide, arms go high, find your big ball in the sky, and left arm going right side, and reach, back through center, torso weighted to the ball position, right arm, left side, back through center, big ball position, and arms to the ground. Again, open up to the sky, scapula slide, and lower. Flip the palms torso to the feet, lifting, quarter bra overhead, and scapula slide to the ceiling, pushing down and to the ball position, and left arm guides and reaches right side, pulling back through space, big beach ball, right arm to the left side, reaching back through space, and arms lower. Last time, and arms slide up to the diagonal. Scapula engage, bend the elbows, flip the palms, and torso, and reach. Arms lift overhead. Scapula slide down, arms press. Find your beach ball, and left arm to the right side. Reach. Pulling back through center, right arm to the left side. Torso drop and pull back through center and lower the arms to the floor. Good. Hopefully that might have changed as you did that a couple times and kind of starting to notice things that are opening up through your intimate joints, let's call them. So we'll go from here and let's do some Pilates. So we're going to just take a coccyx curl back, bridge roll up all the way to the sky. And just feel that weight shift again back through the top shoulder joint. Close the rib cage off, engaging the abdominals. And then from here, dropping weight down through the sternum. Just feel softening through the back space, sliding the vertebrae into the floor, and all the way down to the relaxed position. And coccyx roll again, walking back through space, engage the core, floating up to the ceiling, and softening down. Try to engage the inner thigh, so almost like you had a block or a ball in between your legs. It'll help track and guide your knees, maintaining parallel. Third time, reaching up to the ceiling, and softening down to the floor. All the way, release, and fourth time, engaging torso. Find the abdominal wall. Stay up here. Release the right leg all the way to the ceiling. And we're just going to flex our heel and pulsing up. So we'll have pulse up high, lower down slightly, and 2, and lower. Third time, it's 3, and lower. Trying to find equal weight through the arms and shoulder joint. Replace the leg, and then lower the torso to the floor, and release. And articulate back through coccyx curl, up to bridge, all the way. Sew the rib cage together, release the left leg high, flex the foot, and pulse up and lower. Second time, 2, and lower. Trying to keep the pelvis even through space. Lower, and 4, and lower. Replace the foot, keep the pelvis high, lower, melt, and drip into the floor. So I want you to think every time after this little exercise that you're really just pressing and sinking the back space into the ground, like you're gentle massaging all the way through each vertebrae. So we'll have one more time. Coccyx curl, engaging in the front space. Let that rise the pelvis high. Release the right leg to the ceiling. Little flex up here and pulsing high. We go up and lower, and 2, and lower, and 3, lower, and 4, lower. Replace the leg down. Find 2 equal weight through the feet, dropping, melting, articulating through the spine. And last time, rocking back through space, engage the front floor, up to bridge. And left leg high, flexing that foot, feel the stretch of the back hamstring. And pulse up, and lower, and 2, and lower. Really feel that flex through the top heel. And 4, and lower, and replace the leg. Find parallel 2 feet, and dripping all the way down, lowering the spine. Good. Bring your knees to your hands and just kind of take a little fold here. Rock the pelvis back and forth. Exhaling, swaying, and a little back massage. Now take your knees into your hands and just kind of drop the weight forward. So I'm really just releasing the legs. There's no muscular action here. I'm just kind of rocking the spine by dropping the weight and pushing it into the hands. Almost like I can, lift it. So there's a little suspension there. Yeah, so I'm dropping the weight down into the pelvis and just feel that shift. It's almost like a heel rock where you're using the weight of the knees into the hands and releasing the leg tension. Just feel that drop forward through space into the pelvis. Release the jaw. Release the back of the skull. Good. All right. Come into a tabletop position. So head, neck, chest come off the floor. Knees come, shins come parallel to the floor. Take your left hand to right knee, right hand to outward on the shin. We'll take some 5. So we're going to switch 1, 2, and switch 2, and 2, 2, and switch 2, and 3, and back, and 4, and back again. It's 1 and 2. Really maintaining the shape through the torso, flattening the spine, curving belly button to floor. 1 more time. And 2. Extend the legs up, scissors, double pulse. And 2. And 2. And 2. And 3. And 2. And 4. And 2. Good. Then we have 2 legs to parallel. Parallel to the floor, shins. We'll have open, double leg extension, and 2, and back, and 3, and back. Engage the core 1 more time, 4, and back, 2 more, 5, and back. Belly button flattens to spine, and back. Lower the top of the head. Good. Just release any tension that might have built up in the back of the neck and thoracic spine. Take your hands, make a little diamond shape underneath your pelvis. Feel the weight sinking through that space. Elongate the legs down, and you can play with where this happens, the diamond in the back space. Engage the lower abdominals. So pulling the belly back through space, allowing that leverage to lift the legs up to the ceiling. All the way. Find that crease. So you want your pelvis to release down. You should feel pressure into your thumbs or your hands, wherever you are. Then I'm going to lower the legs down, 2, all the way as low as you can go. Reach all the way up. Find the shift, slight shift in the back of the pelvis, 2. And lower, 2. Keep the abs engaged, 2. Third time, 1, 2. And to the ceiling, 2. Fourth time, 1, 2. And to the ceiling. Now a little extra challenge, lift the head, neck, chest. 1, 2, and 2, 2, and lower, 2. Really trying to flatten out the belly. 2, especially when you lift the legs to the ceiling. 2, 2 more. This is 1, 2, and lower, 2, and lift, 2. Good. Relax it down. Everything. You just release your arms. Kind of give a little wrist roll. Get the blood flowing in the arms. Fingertips. Maybe warm up the palms of the hands. A little vibration here. Good. All right, from here, we'll do our spinal twist. So hands come behind the neck. Lengthening out long again. Feel that long spine through the top, deep into the skull. Elbows touch the floor if possible. So just feel that width through the clavicle right now. Feel that arm shoulder joint really opening out side to side. And try to maintain and keep that. So we're going to bend our right leg into tabletop, extending our left, and left elbow is going to come to right knee. And twisting off the floor, feel that torso on the diagonal. And second time, twist off the floor, feel it on the opposite diagonal. A little faster. We go 1, 2, and 2, 2, and 1, 2, and 2, 2. Again, 2, and change. and 1, 2, and 2. A little faster. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7. One more, 8. We go. 1, 2, and 2, 2, and 3, 2, and 4, 2, and relax back. Good. Elongate the legs. Arms come up overhead. Take a little stretch away from the heels and fingertips. So opening up the body. What I like to do is go side to side sometimes. So reaching the right foot away from the right fingertips, really lengthening through that right side space. And then change. Left fingertips, reach away from left toes, opening up the space of the body underneath the rib cage, and switch right side. Lengthen, scapula lift, release the tension of the neck. Left side, lengthen tall, reach. Good. All right, before we do some roll-ups, just take one little stretch here. So draw the right leg in, and you can kind of have this as a loose, it doesn't have to be directly under your pelvis. It can be slightly to the edge of the mat. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to push over the pelvis. So pushing down into that right foot, I'm going to allow the weight of the torso to lengthen out and drop the right arm sliding past thigh and keep that foot rooted into the floor. So you should feel some stretch maybe in the knee, gentle stretch in the front of the thigh. From here, dropping that right arm, reach and circle around. And you should feel here this nice diagonal stretch through underneath the rib cage, all the way down the oblique. And then we're going to take that arm all the way back to center and let that drip into the floor. And again, we'll do it again, same side. So right foot pushing, pelvis first. Keep rooted through the right foot. Weight of the torso takes the arm down, skimming the thigh, all the way over to the left side. Hip is just nice and relaxed. Circling the arm, feel that nice stretch. If you want to pause anywhere, if it feels good, feel free to do that. We'll do it 2 more times. And pushing, pelvis reach, drop the weight of the arm, all the way over, nice and gooey into the floor. Find that rooting through the back foot, don't let it go. And back through center. Last time, push, pelvis first. Internal rotation in the thigh. You should feel your hamstring engage, reaching through that right scapula, circling overhead, and back through center. Switching legs. Find that center position through the shoulder joints and left side. Push down into the floor, pelvis tips. Left arm circles all the way around, root down through that left leg, reaching up overhead and pouring back into the floor, melting the body. And pelvis first, sequencing through the spine, shoulders follow the pelvis. And reaching long, root down through the left foot, elongate through the obliques, and melting back. And third time, push all the way over, circle the arm, up overhead, reaching through the fingertips, and back through center. And last time, push the pelvis, tipping the torso, all the way over, reaching long through the torso, and back through center. Good. Equal out through space. Take a couple of roll-ups here. So we'll have fingertips to ceiling, center of the heel, coming all the way up, pull back in the belly, coming up through center, reaching towards this wall, and pull the belly back through space, supporting the spine, nice and curl, all the way down, lowering to the floor, and fingertips to sky. Engage the scapula, head, neck, chest off the floor. Pull the belly back. Reaching towards the feet. Keep the torso curled and rolling back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Arms come overhead. 7, 8. Again, it's a 1. Engaging. 2, 3, 4. Reach, stretch. 6, 7, 8. Holding back. 2, 3, 4, 5. Arms come overhead. 7, 8. Last time. Scapula slide. 2. Feel like there's air underneath the armpits. So give a little stretch and reach through the shoulder joint. And just kind of take a forward stretch here. Holding over. You can drop the weight of the head. Just feel that front space. Nice forward fold. You can flex the feet if you want. And just try to touch, not touching the nose to knees, but take the top of the head and let it hang heavy. So your chin is guiding towards your chest. Just feeling that stretch. For me, at least, I get really tight here. This is like the most painful stretch for me for some reason. Roll up the spine, stacking tall. Let's open our legs just slightly on the diagonal. And we'll take little, actually, this is like a straddle stretch, so we'll just, you can keep your legs flexed or pointed, whatever you prefer. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna take our hands and just gently stretch the torso forward. So you're taking a long spine position, and I'm really just trying to gently push through the front space, opening up to where I feel comfortable. Doesn't have to be far, but I'm really just feeling that pelvic shift on the diagonal through the joints. So I'm not quite stretching the groin yet or the hamstring, but I'm just feeling my torso pushing through space. And then reach tall. And then again, we're going to take it a little further this time. So up and on the diagonal, and allow the torso to bend forward, supporting through the belly. Pull the belly back and up to where you feel comfortable. Really just stretching the back, opening up the hip sockets in a new way. Drop the weight of the head forward. And again, it's just kind of releasing down through space. And rolling up the spine. Feel weight in the hamstrings as you stack tall. We'll take it to the right hand side. So crossing the left arm in front of the right leg. You're going to push forward again, root down through the opposite pelvis. So opposite sits bone. I'm just going to fold forward. And from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spiral twist my spine. Again, nice and gentle, go slow. Go to wherever you feel like you're wanting to go today. And you can adjust this arm as well. So if you want to take your left arm out further, you should feel an extreme stretch all the way through the opposite side of me. So if my left arm is reaching kind of parallel to my heel here, and I'm twisting the spine towards the back wall, similar to saw, but we're just going a little bit further into the stretch. Feel weight through 2 sits bones and sacrum, opening up the scapula space, all the way through the lower spine. And then stacking that tall again through center position. Feel the opposite side difference. And then twisting the spine again, reaching onto that, almost like I'm parallel to my outstretched leg. And then I'm going to twist the torso looking to the back wall. And if I want the extra stretch, reach that right arm forward and allow that to fold over. Again, supporting through the belly so that we're nice and supported spine. And breathe deep. One more deep breath. Rolling up that spine, nice, slow. Good. Let's bring the feet over. We can cross into a child's pose. So pushing back to the back of our mat. Knees go wide. Coming into the stretch portion of our class. Allow the forehead to rest on the floor. This also helps to align the spine whenever we put pressure into our forehead. And just settle in here for a couple of deep breaths. Feel the belly engage, roll up through the spine onto all fours. And I'm gonna push back and align myself right into that downward dog. But take this moment right here. So tuck the toes, and I'm gonna arch, almost arching back through the pelvis. And that action is what's gonna lift my torso up into a downward dog position. Reaching nice and tall, pulling the belly back and in. And just settle in here. Allow the heels to sink into the floor. Push down through the torso, down through the shoulder joints. Roll through the spine into plank position. Take a little chaturanga. So feel this plank, pull the belly up and in, pushing down through the shoulders, and we'll slowly lower, just feeling, your body as you do this. We'll go 3, 2, 1, all the way to the floor. Allow the belly to rest. Take the elbows underneath the shoulder joints. You just take a mini cobra. So lengthening out long, pushing down through the shoulders and elbows. Feel the length of the spine through the back space. Also lengthening the abdominals at this point. Good, legs are just relaxed. Hold here for a few more breaths. Lower that torso down. Find a rest position. Just feel your cheek into the floor. Take your arms, hands underneath your shoulder joints, and we'll take it into a full upward dog. So rolling the marble away with your nose, pushing down into the floor through the shoulder joints. If you want, you can tuck your toes and come off the floor, or you can keep your legs relaxed, whatever you're feeling at this moment. From here, tuck those toes, reach into that downward dog. Again, activate the lower abdominals to switch into that position. And pushing down, sinking the heels, opening up through the shoulder joints. Take a few deep breaths here. And walk your feet up towards your hands into a nice forward fold, recognizing that this is pretty much the same position we just came from on the floor. It's just that now we're standing. You can have your knees bent and relaxed if you want, or you can straighten them. Just try to drop the weight of the head down and relax the tension out of the shoulder joints. Bend your knees, come on, roll up the spine. Heavy head, heavy shoulders, all the way stacking tall. Good. Big deep breath in, reach the palms towards the sky. Take a little stretch here. So if you want, you can push your palms together and fold, or making like a little prayer position with 2 index fingers reaching towards the ceiling. And what that's going to do is squeeze the shoulders in, but I'm going to lift away from the torso if you want. If not, take your hands parallel facing one another. Pull the belly nice and long. And then I'm going to prayer position towards the chest. Just kind of feel the difference of that lengthening. From here, reaching the arms up towards the ceiling, pour out the spine into a flat back, all the way over swan dive, fold forward fold. Reaching long, little halfway lift. So lengthen the spine tall, and then folding forward all the way to the floor. Take your feet back into plank position, one by one, and then we lower down to the floor. Upward dog reach, inhale, and then nice downward dog, lifting through those psoas, reaching the tailbone to the sky, exhaling back through space. Take a few deep breaths here. Walking the knees towards the feet, or you can lift the heels, bend the knees, and hop lightly towards the hands. Bend the knees, rolling up the spine. We'll take that sequence just 2 more times a little faster. So reaching up, Take your reach towards the sky, opening the rib cage, lifting, and pouring forward, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Support yourself from the shins or thighs, and forward fold, exhale. All the way back, you can hop or float, stepping, whatever you prefer, and all the way down to the floor, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, reaching, and tuck the toes, exhale down. Forward lift, walking towards the hands or feet. Forward fold, bend the knees, rolling up the spine. Stacking tall. I'll give you the prompts for the inhale. So inhale here, hold, reach, and exhale, stay. And then inhale one more time. And forward fold, exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale back to plank. Hold here, exhale to the lower. And inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Lift the heels, bend the knees, float, hop, stack. And then rolling up the spine. One more time, just like that. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale. Inhale. Swan dive forward, exhale. And inhale, flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Hands come to the ground. Back to plank, inhale. Rib cage is wide, support to the belly. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach, upward dog. And then exhale, back, downward dog. And then anytime you want to take a break, it is no problem. Take a little child's pose. You can also keep active by kneeling. Whatever you need to do, this is your practice. What I'm offering is just a guide and a reference. So feel free if you want to stretch anything out a little longer. You know what's best for your body. Lift the heels, bend the knees, step, float, hop, whatever you're ready for. Back to the hands. And last time, rolling up the spine. All right, from here, let's just take a little, let's come into our warrior one position. So take your right foot forward, and we're gonna reach back on the diagonal. So heels are in line here, and we're gonna set up our back foot on some sort of diagonal. So it's not quite parallel to the mat, but I am rotating. From here, I'm going to pull the right hip back through space, and I'm gonna try to keep the emphasis on the back of the outward turned leg. So I'm rotating the back leg, but keeping the front leg nice and parallel. I can take my arms to a prayer position here. Bending into that front knee as much as possible. Big inhale, and exhale. If you're ready, another option is to keep your hands on your hips. Totally great, because this really helps to traction the hips back through space. Or we can lift our palms to the sky. Palms are gonna face each other, but keep the scapula engaged. So I don't wanna lift up through the shoulders, drawing the scapula down through space. This is an oppositional feeling. You all can breathe deep while I just talk for a little bit. Oppositional feeling, fingertips reaching to the sky, belly lifting in. Rib cage is nice and extended here, but the weight of the legs is pushing down into the floor. I'm trying to root down through the hamstrings, the bottoms of the feet, while my arms lift tall. One more inhale in. A little stretch backwards through space if you want. And then exhale, folding forward, all the way down to plank position. Take a little chaturanga, lowering down. And then we'll upward dog it. Breathing in and downward dog, shifting. Exhaling into that position. One breath here. And exhale. Lifting heels, bend the knees, step, hop, float towards the leg, hands, and rolling up the spine. And every time I roll up the spine, I'm feeling this similar grounding sensation that I feel in my warrior one. So left foot comes forward, set up for warrior one towards the front of the mat, left foot, and then right foot back on the diagonal. And just kind of set yourself up here and focus in on what this position should ideally feel like. So rooting down through the front leg, bending knee, pulling the left hip back through space. Feel the weight pressing into the outside of the right foot. General rotation of that back leg. Pull the belly in. Lift the arms up if you want. And feel that oppositional stretch. So widening through the base, emphasizing weight down into the ground. Lifting tall through the spine, reaching the fingertips tight. And breathe here. One more breath in, reaching back through space if you want. And exhale, folding forward, all the way to plank position. Let it all go to the floor. Reaching up through space, upward dog. And back through space, downward dog position. Big breath in and out. Lift the heels, bend the knees, step, hop, float. We'll take that and add that into our sequence. Rolling up the spine. 2 good sequences, nice and methodical. So reaching up, inhale. Palms to the ceiling, exhale, reach. And inhale again. Pull the belly in and open swan dive, exhale. Reach, little flat back, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Back to plank. And then lower down. Exhaling. Inhale up, upward dog. And exhale back. From here, we're going to take our right foot forward, warrior one. Flipping the back foot, come on up, push weight down. Palms to the ceiling. And forward fold. Back to plank. Again, you can always cut these little push-ups out. Upward dog. You can go back right into downward dog and rest. Take a child's pose, whatever you need to do. This sequence is going to be a little more invigorating. Left foot forward. So warrior one, come on up. And then forward fold. Back to plank. Lowering down. Upward dog position, supporting through the belly at all times. And back to downward dog. Lift the knees, bend the heels. Whoops, wrong sequence. Lift the heels, bend the knees. Come up to standing position. We'll take that 2 more times. This is also for your heart, so it's going to get your body going, blood pumping a little bit. And that's why it's important to stay in tune. If you need to take a rest, go ahead. We'll go. Come on up. Folding the arms and exhale, reach long. And inhale. And exhale, folding forward. Halfway lift, flat back. Inhale, folding forward, exhale. Inhale back to plank. Inhale here, belly in. Exhale, lower. And upward dog, lift, inhale. And exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps forward. Warrior one. Inhale up. And then exhale, folding forward. Plank position all the way down. Inhale up. And exhale back. Left foot coming forward and inhale. Big inhale and exhale. Folding forward all the way down to plank. Lower down. Inhale. Upward dog and exhale. Downward dog. Lift the heels, bend the knees. Floating forward. Rolling up the spine. Good. From here, let's just take a little pause before we do our last one. We'll take the port de bras that we did on the floor. So we're going to draw our arms up on the diagonal through space. reaching on the diagonal. Draw the scapula down, bending the elbows. Flipping the palms, take a little forward curl, upward contraction, so support through the belly, bending the spine, reaching tall. And now if you're up here, you can take a little arch if you want. If not, that's fine. But open up the front of this torso and then come down, pressing the arms into big beach ball position. Keep the hips even, crossing the torso, left arm reach side, pulling the torso back through center, support through the belly, reaching side again, right arm reach, and coming back through center. Good. Again, one more time. Sliding, big snow angel, sliding the scapula down, elbows bend. Flip the palms, reaching up, little lift through the torso arch, and coming back through center. Big beach ball, left arm lead. Side, feel the oppositional pull through that left hip. Back through center, right arm twist and lead. You can't even see me. And back through center, that would be helpful. Good, and coming back. Good, let's take that sequence one more time, and then we'll take some standing positions. So again, reaching up through center, all the way to the ceiling. Big stretch to the sky. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, folding forward. Swan dive. Big inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold forward. All the way to plank. Extending back your space, inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up, reaching upward dog. And exhale, pushing back. Right leg coming forward, warrior one. Come on up. Pushing weight down into the floor. Reaching tall and forward fold to plank. Lowering down. Upward dog position. And then downward dog. Pushing back your space. Left leg coming forward. Come on up. Big inhale. And exhale, fold. All the way to plank. Hold. Lower down. Upward dog. Last time, downward dog. Bring your right foot forward. Come up into warrior one. And then I'm going to reach the arms, opening up that back leg, twist the torso, face the side of the mat. So you can adjust your heel to be in the middle of your back foot. And we'll come into a warrior two position. And focus your energy outward towards that right arm. You can have your hands on your hips too if you need a little break in the arms. Just try to roll the shoulders nice and open through space. Opening up the hip sockets in a new way. This is one of my favorite positions. Let's take a little bendward back. So take that left arm, sliding down the back thigh. Reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. And you're stretching that right side of the body oblique. And then forward fold. Down into that right hip socket. So you want your right elbow to be on your thigh. And take that reverse triangle. Here. So I'm reaching and opening up. If you want, you can take either your face looking down towards the floor and palm, or for an extra little spinal twist, look up towards the sky. Try to slide the left scapula down the back. And again, stable legs, grounding through the floor. Come on up out of that. One more reverse stretch. And then pinwheel those arms, nice and fun, all the way down to the floor to plank position. Come back to downward dog. Big inhale in. And then exhale. Release every tension. Left leg comes forward, warrior one position. Come on up. Reaching tall, big inhale. And then exhale, opening up into that warrior two. So adjust the legs as needed. Feel your back of the back foot is going to be parallel to the back of the mat. So we're no longer on a turned out diagonal, but we're really nice and solid One foot facing directly forward and the other foot facing directly side. Pull the belly in. Nice wide stance. I like to imagine like I'm at the top of a mountain, some Aztec mountain looking over Mexico. Maybe the ocean. And knowing a margarita is in the future. Bending the front knee. Slide the back arm down the back leg. Come on up into that stretch position. Reaching through that left side of the body. Nice back stretch here. One more deep breath in and out. And fold in the front. Elbow comes to thigh. You can help guide this turned out leg with your elbow. And right arm comes up overhead. To that nice stretch. You can keep it up towards the ceiling at any time. You can drop it towards the ear. Looking up or down, up to you. Belly comes in. And hold this stretch, lengthening from right fingertips to right back of foot. Support to the left side so that I'm actually kind of curled through space. And then release that. One more stretch back. And all the way down. Actually, come forward to the front of the mat and just stand two legs together. Draw your right leg up through space, sinking the knee into your hands. Come for a little balance here. So releasing through the tailbone, you want to find the two sits bones energy pushing down into the ground. Try not to tuck the pelvis. Definitely supported through the belly here. I hate these positions, but they're necessary. And then release that leg. Find two legs through space, open palms facing forward. Big inhale. Release the tension of that standing leg. Exhale. Just remain present. And left leg coming up. Drawing through center, balance on the right. Weight of the knee falls into the hands. Release the tailbone down towards the floor. Right knee is semi-bent or straight, but not locked. Big inhales and exhales. And release that foot down. 2 feet, open palms. Big inhale. And exhale. Roll down the spine. All the way to the floor. Just let the weight of the head drop heavy. Forward folding. All the way down. Bend the knees. Put your hands on the floor. We're just going to rock back through space to a seated position. Straightening out the legs in front. Nice tall spine. Take another forward fold. We're going to reach towards either you can grab onto your shins, your pants, whatever. And what you want to do, or your feet, and you're going to pull up through the belly into a nice flat spine. And this is where we're going to take our stretch. So instead of relaxing and folding forward, I'm going to try to encourage my torso, pulling up through the belly, chest towards shins, not so much chest towards knees. We're just kind of stay here, lengthening through the back of the legs. And then I can allow, again, a little bit of leeway here, pulling forward, softening through the top of the spine. Just try not to release everything, yeah? So I'm still trying to maintain a gaze. My gaze is probably at my shins. Top of the head reaching long, like a bolt of lightning is shooting out of your spine. And just breathe. Really lengthening through the backs of the legs. Arms are actively pulling. Slight bend of the elbows. And then just release everything down. Relaxing everything in the torso. Rolling up the spine. Come on back to a laying down position. And we'll take our hand towel or whatever you prefer. Palms will face the ground. Couple bridges here, but this one will be a little shoulder opener. So what you want to do is you want to roll up into bridge position, and you're going to either try to grasp 2 fingers or the palms into kind of a prayer position behind your back. And what you want to do is you want to flip the shoulder joints open. So I'm going to open up side to side, pushing down through the palms. So your scapula slide down towards the heels, and just hold here. Opening up the front of the clavicle and chest, squeezing the inner groin together. So try to pretend like you have a block or a ball in between your legs and thighs. Just hold here for a few breaths. And come on down. Just for one simple breath. Release all the tension into the floor. Come on back up to bridge. Take a few more breaths here. This will be the last one. And lowering down. Extend the legs all the way out. Come into a little shavasana. If you have time, just for the last minute or so. You can close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Feel yourself melting into the floor. Rolling over to one side. Come on up to seated. And we'll just sit at the front of our mat. You can press the thumbs into your sternum. Take one more moment to kind of center inward, closing your eyes. Pull the belly in. Try to lengthen your spine tall. Feel like the rooting groundedness of the pelvis allows the top of the head to float high. So no tension in the neck. Allow freedom in the upper chest and torso. And namaste, everyone. Take a little bow through space.
Thanks, Shanna. That was great.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. I hope you feel lengthened and ready for the day.
I think this is really good.
Good.
Yeah,
Awesome.
like it.
Awesome. Well, I think we'll do this again on Friday. Do you
I
prefer
will not be
9
there.
or 10? I mean, because we can do 9 on Friday if you want.
I won't be there Friday, so it's not up to me.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I can do.
Shane,
Either-
is it
either
going to
way.
be yoga on Friday?
Yeah, we're going to do like
Fine.
similar kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just figured out that I have turf toe
Oh, that probably hurts.
Yeah.
and I've got it almost all the way gone. So I dropped out a little bit because those
Yeah.
downward dog killer.
Yeah.
So I might skip until
Totally.
I just need like a full 2 weeks and I'm at like 10 days.
Okay. Mhm.
So,
That
but
totally.
it's getting there. But I got my little ice pack
Yeah.
on while you guys were downward dogging.
So basically anything on your feet is
Yeah. It
difficult.
sucks.
Yeah, totally.
I was walking like every single day. But
Yeah.
my toe was killing me too, so.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can also think about that for next week, because maybe we can do some like modified stretches instead of constantly being on the feet. Unless you just like, you really got to rest it, basically.
Well, I think maybe what I could do too is like pad my space
Yeah.
a little too. Like if I put like a blanket under my
Uh-huh.
mat, maybe
Yeah.
I could do that. No.
Yeah.
Hi, Mary.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah,
Sorry, I have totally.
So whatever time is good for people, I can, if 9 is good, I like earlier myself,
Okay.
you know, no worries if,
Yeah, either time is good too for me.
Okay. Okay, cool. Well, I will consult with Karen and see what the options are.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, we can just keep it at 9. Maybe I'll suggest that to her. We'll just do 9 o'clock. Because I think she's still planning on doing Monday, Wednesday, or we haven't really, it's whatever you all want, because it's more my mom's thing. So I don't really, it's whatever you want. Okay. So we'll talk and then we'll get back to you guys.
Perfect.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good
I feel
day.
very, very zen right now.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.